A big thanks to my sponsors, Ibis Cycles, Camelback, PNW Components, Kitspo Cycling Apparel, Cali Protectives, Shimano, Fox, WTB, and Jensen USA. Any purchases at Jensen USA from the below links will directly help support my channel as well.
What's up, everyone? Good to see you. I've got a bit of a surprise and I'm really excited to share it. Let's check it out. This right here is a brand new bike for my wife. I didn't want to just get her any old bike, so I chatted with the guys at Ibis, chatted with the guys at Jensen USA, two of my really good sponsors, and we came up with this. I hope she likes it. Over there in the distance, you can make out my wife's old Ripley, which she still rides, though lately she's really liked riding the new Ripmo. You ready to see this new bike? Let's check it out. That means it's gonna be a really good day. Check this out, the bike's built and basically ready to ride straight out of the box. All right, so we've got the front wheel, still has some packaging on it, and we have the bike. Now this is a special and really cool bike. This thing was handmade at Ibis in Santa Cruz, California. That's right, Ibis is making these frames in-house in the United States of America. And Ibis figured out a couple of really cool tricks that make the Made in USA bikes quite a bit more technologically advanced than the Made in Asia bikes. When Ibis makes these in-house in Santa Cruz, they use a computer-powered 3D plotter that automatically cuts out all the pieces of carbon. Now, that's pretty cool. It might sound simple, but over in Asia, people are by hand using scissors to cut that out. More importantly, they usually cut a little bit bigger than they actually need because it's far better to not have a hole in your frame and just have a little overlap. But that often means the frames are a little bit heavier coming out of Asia because of that excess material. Knowing how much my wife liked her old Ripley and how much she currently enjoys her Ripmo, I think she's gonna be stoked on the Ripley LS. The build from Jensen looks really good out of the box. All I'm gonna do is narrow the handlebars a little bit, swap the saddle for either a WTB Diva or a WTB Coda. I might put some lighter weight, smaller tires on here. These are pretty big Schwalbes. And I might remove the volume reducer from the rear shock. My wife's only 110 pounds and I want her to be able to get full travel on this bike.
Sorry. You okay? I got stuck in the ice and just slid the whole way down. I didn't think it was gonna be legit ice like that. I thought for sure I was gonna be on the ground.
My wife has both the size small Ibis Ripmo and the size small Ibis Ripley LS. Having owned both bikes myself as well, I think they really complement each other quite well because the terrain that they excel in is honestly a little bit different. Now, she likes the Ripley LS a ton for smoother, mellower trails. It's built up quite a bit lighter than the Ripmo, and it's a little bit more efficient on the really tough climbs. We got this bike about 2 months ago, and she's been really enjoying it and very close to a stock build. That said, there's one thing we've been kind of struggling with on setup, and I want to tell you guys about it. One thing we've been struggling with on this bike in particular is the saddle height. My wife is riding a V1 Ripley, one of the old blue ones, and she's been loving it. She's been riding that bike since 2014. Now, on her old bike, in the original Ripley, she could run 125mm dropper post with no issues. That worked great. Now, on the new Ripley LS, something changed, and the insertable seat post depth is a bit less than what it used to be. She's 5'3", and we had to put a Fox transfer post on here with 100mm a drop. And it's actually too tall for her. So when it's topped out all the way, but slid as low as it'll go in the frame, it's about 20mm too high for her preferred cross-country seating position. This is a little suboptimal, but for a solution, I got a PNW Components Cascade dropper post. I also ordered up some 1UP Components dropper post shims. These shims will go inside the PNW Components seat post, and they should limit its travel to keep it from going all the way up. In theory, this should allow for close to 100mm a drop, but have the topped out seating position at her correct cross-country height. The Ripley LS is a super super fun all-around bike. I certainly loved mine. My wife's been really happy with hers, and it's super cool that it's made in the USA. I'll keep you guys posted on the seat post project, and I really hope it works as anticipated. We've been stoked on this bike. The improvements over the V1 Ripley are super rad. That slightly slacker head angle is really nice. She's been happy having the 2-bike quiver, and honestly, I've seen her riding her Ripley LS a little bit more recently, but I don't know if that's just new bike psych kicking in. If you're looking for a lightweight, all-around trail bike, especially one that's made in the USA, definitely consider the Ripley LS. Jensen USA is a great place to get a new bike. They can do a really solid professional build. It'll show up at your door ready to ride, and you're gonna love that bike. I have a link in the description below straight to the Ripley LS page over at Jensen USA. If you have any questions for me about how this bike's working out for us, drop me a comment below. And if you like this video, click that subscribe button.